All right, let's talk about a problem I see all the time with really ambitious people. It's that nagging feeling that you want more, but you can't quite put your finger on what more actually is. Today, we're going to dive into how you can take that vague ambition and forge it into a single, unstoppable purpose.
So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at something you might recognize, the high performer's trap. Then we'll get into the solution, the law of definiteness. From there, it's all about action. We'll give you a filter to test your purpose, a framework to declare it, and then your very first assignment to make it all real. Let's dive in. Okay, section 1, the high performer's trap. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about if you've ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, running really hard, but not actually getting anywhere meaningful. So let's start with a really honest gut check. I want you to ask yourself this question. Are you just busy or are you actually advancing? It's a huge distinction. See, for high achievers, being busy feels good. It can feel like progress, but so often it's just an illusion. And we have to get this straight. Activity is not the same thing as advancement, not even close.
And this really gets to the core of the issue. The biggest thing holding most talented people back isn't their skill, it's not their work ethic, it's a lack of clarity. Think about it. When you're chasing 10 different rabbits, you're not going to catch any of them. Your force is divided, your potential is spread thin. And that is why vague ambition is the silent killer of potential.
So if that scattered ambition is the problem, what's the solution? It's radical clarity. And that brings us to section 2, the law of definiteness. This is the principle that transforms you from a directionless, rudderless ship into an absolute force of nature.
I mean, this quote just nails it right. A ship without a rudder. Yeah, it's moving, it's burning fuel, making waves, but its destination is completely at the mercy of the wind and the storm. It arrives nowhere on purpose, and that is exactly what it's like to operate without a crystal clear, defined mission.
And you can see the difference right here. On the left, you've got vague ambition. That's stuff like, I want to be successful. Well, what does that even mean? It's powerless. It just leads to being busy. But look at the right side, a definite purpose. That is sharp, specific, and measurable. It creates automatic decisions for you. Your force isn't divided anymore. It becomes a driving obsession. And let's be super clear about what we mean by this. A definite purpose is not a quarterly target. It's not some flimsy New Year's resolution. No, this is a full-blown obsession. It's the central organizing principle, the sun that your entire professional universe revolves around. It's a single mission, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. So you might be wondering, okay, how do I know if what I have is a real definite purpose or just, a strong interest? Well, that's what section 3 is all about. We are going to put it to the test with a simple but really powerful tool I call the obsession filter. All right, it's time for some radical honesty. No one's listening but you. I'm going to hit you with 4 questions from this obsession filter, and I want you to answer them truthfully for yourself. Question number 1. Would you sacrifice sleep for it? A true obsession doesn't really care about a 9-to-5 schedule. Okay, question 2. Does it make the unnecessary obvious? A definite purpose acts like an automatic filter that just says no to all the junk and distractions for you. Question 3. Can you articulate it with passion, with fire, in 10 seconds flat? If you have to search for the words, if you hesitate, you don't own it yet. It's that simple. And finally, number 4. Does it both scare you and excite you at the same time? Listen, if your purpose doesn't intimidate you at least a little bit, it's probably not big enough to really change you. Now, if you answered a hard yes to all 4 of those, you are on the right track. Okay, so you've tested your purpose. Now it's time for action. Let's get into section 4, declare your one mountain. This is where we stop thinking and we start building. We're going to turn your purpose into a concrete proclamation. This is a 3-step process. First, write it down. Just do a brain dump. What is the single greatest professional achievement you are committing to over the next 3 years? Get it on paper. Second, sharpen it. Take that big idea and boil it down into one single powerful sentence with a hard deadline. And third, and this is maybe the most important part, list your no's. Name 3 specific competing priorities that you will eliminate to make this mountain your reality. This part is non-negotiable. So now you've got a declaration. The final step is to actually integrate it into your daily life. Let's move to our final section, section 5, your first assignment. This is all about putting your purpose to work, starting today. Here is your field assignment.
First, your written declaration. I want you to post it somewhere you will be forced to see it every single morning. Your mirror, your monitor, wherever. Second, use it as a decision filter. For every real choice you face this week, ask the question, does this serve my mountain? Third, have a clarity conversation. Talk to one key person, your partner, your boss, your mentor, and enroll them in your mission. And finally, your elimination list. Commit to cutting one energy-draining activity this week. No excuses.
So I'll leave you with this. Just imagine, for the next 12 months, every decision, every action, every ounce of your focus was aimed at a single mountain. No distractions, no divided force. What could you achieve? The answer to that question, that's your new baseline.